Hey fellas, 265 Chevy here. I'm back making a video for y'all. I know I haven't made a video since November of 2018. Yeah. So I'm working on the Altima today. Trying to tell y'all what I've been doing. Let's see. Of course, the Chevelle or the Firebird hasn't been worked on since November. Nothing's been done to that. That's been a total stop. It was like the winter months. So, had to go through all my mom's stuff. Had boxes and boxes of stuff. Because we had to just throw everything together. We couldn't really go through it. Because y'all know my mom died 2 years ago. April 21st. And, if you have your mom still around and your dad, give them a call. Because, boy, I sure miss her. But anyway, so we had to go through boxes of stuff. So I went through and went through all that, and she had papers from in the 19th. Boxes and boxes of papers. So we had to go through all that. Got rid of all that. So got rid of all that stuff, and so that took a little while. January we went on a cruise. That was fun. We went to the Bahamas. Key West was a blast. The Bahamas was a lot of fun. But truthfully, to be honest with you, I would just go to Key West. Key West is just like the Bahamas. And just as beautiful and just as much fun. I went to Key West a long time ago when I was a kid. In my early teens, late teens, early 20s or whatever. Had a lot of fun, and it's still a kick-ass place. I had had still fun in Bahamas too, but it's just a different country. You just gotta kind of be on your P's and Q's, let me put it that way. So came back and took care of all the mom stuff. The house is officially mine now. Went through the succession with my brother. All that went great. No arguing, no fussing, no fighting, none of that good stuff. Matter of fact, I just a couple weekends ago went over by his house he just turned 65, I think it was. He's becoming an old man. So all that worked out really well. I was really happy about that. I wrecked the Altima, which is right here. You can see there's no back bumper. This piece right here was over here, so I had to get it pulled. So I brought it to a friend of mine that, me and him's pretty cool with each other, and he would let me usually do a lot of work in his shop. Don't charge me for using his shop. I use my own tools, but I would just use his shop and use his knowledge. But this one I asked to get a price, and he actually was going to charge me $2,400 to pull it. So I said, nah, I was just going to blow it off. Me and my wife talked about getting another car for her, because this is a 98. And that still might be in the works, I don't know. But then, I thought about it, went and got a junkyard bumper so we would have a bumper on it, because it completely knocked the bumper off. And of course, it was my fault. I was dumb. And so I brought it to 3 places. One place gave me a bid of, the first guy, my friend, he gave me a bid of $2,400. And then the next guy gave me a bid of $350. The next guy gave me a bid of $1,000 and said, well, he wasn't sure if he could even do it, but he could try, and it would at least be $1,000. Replace floor, trunk pans and all that. And then the last guy I brought it to, he said it was going to be easy pull, $250, and he'll do it. So I said, sure, do it. It's better than what it would be. So he pulled it and everything, but apparently he's working out a deal with his dad, 'cause it should be his dad's shop, and I knew his dad, and he got in trouble. I don't know what kind of trouble he got into, but you know, I needed the car. He had the car for a while, and his dad told me to come pick up the car. I said, well, I owe him $250. His dad told me don't worry about it because I was waiting for so long. So I told him when his son ever gets back and takes care of the things he needs to take care of, if he wants to call me, I'll come back and I'll pay him, you know. But as of today, I haven't received any phone calls. So this is the bumper. I primed it, bought the paint and everything. I sanded it down, primed it, fixed whatever was fixed on it, and then sanded down the primer. Then I came back and primed it again. But the problem I was having is the primer was really shooting out shitty. You know, I mean, it's really smooth and everything. It really is going to be shot one more time. But it was, I mean, the primer was really shooting out shitty. And I was using a Finish Line FLG4, which is a high volume, low pressure gun with a 1.8 tip. And I just couldn't get the volume, I just couldn't get the pressure high enough to get the volume that I need to spray it. So I was all confused, and you know, so I went to the guy that, you know, me and him became pretty good friends from buying paint from him before. So I took some pictures of whatever of the thing that I had. You know, remember that thing with my DeVelvis GT30, which is right here. You remember that, and with all my piping and stuff like that. If you look in my past videos, you'll see a video of it. And so he looked at that and he says, man, look, that's top-notch shit. You know, it's, you know, actually better than some body shops. So then we looked at the compressor. And he said, right here is probably your problem. The tank comes out of a 1/4 inch into a 1/2 inch, and then it goes back into a 1/4, comes out a 1/4. Then it goes into a 3/8 hose, which that would fed the DeVelvis GT30 it's a cam air system, and he goes, I wasn't getting enough volume. I was getting the pressure, but I wasn't getting no volume. So he even asked me, he goes, what I don't understand, he goes, you build a hell of a system, so apparently you know what you're doing there, but why you didn't pipe it in? And like I told him with everything with me, there's always something else that needs to be done, you know. So I wasn't painting any cars or whatever, I was doing what I needed to do. I had the extra money, so I bought it. At that time, my whole intention for this whole garage eventually, which I didn't do when I first bought it, you know, I had the money to buy the garage, build it or whatever, but I didn't have money to insulate it. So, you know, I was going to insulate it later. Well, the later never ever came. So I am going to plumb it the way it should be plumbed, but on this wall right here, I took everything away from the wall. I'm picking up stuff, throwing away a bunch of crap, you know, try to get rid of some shit, you know, excuse my French. And I'm going to put insulation on the wall, at least from here down, on this wall only. Put insulation, and then I'm going to put plywood in front of that, and then I'm going to do the piping system, you know, up and down, 50 feet of that, and then come and pipe it over and pipe it to the cam air system, and that should solve my volume problem, hopefully. You know, with me, there's always a problem. I should call this Problems Garage or something like that. Or, you know, I was also thinking about, you know, I do everything overkill, but, you know, my boy's Camaro's overkill, so I didn't want to take his name and call it Overkill Garage, because everything I do is overkill. But today, what I'm doing with that, I'm doing a radiator flush. If y'all don't have this thing, man, this thing is really cool. Let me show you this thing. This thing is really awesome. I love using this thing. It's made by them. I got it from Meguiar. You know, it wasn't that expensive, but man, it makes doing those you know, radiator flushes a breeze. But let me tell you what else is going on. Yeah, like I said, I haven't worked on a Firebird or the Chevelle at all, zero. And you know, the push rods are still out of it and everything, and never even got that done. But my mom's house, the guy that lived there that moved in after she died, he stayed a year, and then we negotiate, and the rent went up, and then he stayed there another year, and he's still living there now. But he informed me that in July or beginning of August, he's going to be moving out. He's going to move in with his girlfriend. But I try to warn him, you know, after that, it's dun 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 dun, you know, you're going to be getting married. You know, that's where it starts. So that opens up another whole can of worms, fellas. You know, now I got to go up in there. Brought in a lady. She looked at it. She told me a basic price of how much I could get for rent if it was completely redone, which is a lot more than what I'm getting now, which I need, because now I own this freaking monstrosity, and I don't really have enough money to do all the things that really need to be done to it. So I'm working my ass off just trying to keep up on the repairs. Like right here, I already did one screen. I'm doing another screen out here. You know, my wife got a little kitten for our daughter, and the cat's probably about 5 or 6 months old now, but you know, she wanted some new screens so the cat can't just go, you know, jump to the screens or whatever, or chew on the screens. The screens were getting pretty old. So so I'm trying to save a few dollars by doing this myself. Wound up costing me probably a lot more. But this is something I've been wanting to do to the whole garage. I'm not going to do it to the whole garage right now. I'm just going to do it to that wall. And so I can plumb in the system, and then I can get it all the way I need it, so I can finish this project right here. And then my boy's going to be leaving in August, so the downstairs apartment, which y'all see videos of that, I'm going to have to gut that out. It's all got the whole wire, knob, and tube, all new plumbing, and all that. So upstairs, our bathroom needs the same thing. Needs to be totally redone. Well, we only have one bathroom upstairs, so now's the time to do it, because we can use the bathroom down here while this one's being somewhat renovated, and completely tear out the bathroom upstairs and totally renovate that. Then out of all that, we can probably have to, we got this whole side from top to bottom. Now I know somewhere in the middle there's a bad joist like the other side. I have to replace that. But all this weatherboards need to be pulled off. New sheathing, weatherboards, insulation, don't have no insulation in it, and all the windows reglazed. A lot of work. And to do this side, I'm gonna have to take down this fence. So there's a lot of work there. So I got a lot of work in the near future, and the problem with that is I don't know how much all this shit's gonna cost me, which I don't know. I probably don't have enough money for that, you know. But I don't know. That's why nothing's been done to the Firebird or the Chevelle. Can't really spend any money on that when I know I have that coming down the road. And then thinking also about buying my wife not a brand new car, but a car that's a little bit more newer than this, which is a 98. She deserves one for sure. I'll keep my little 97 truck until it pukes, and then I'll probably keep this as a third car, even though I got a Firebird sitting here doing nothing. You know, it just is a good running little car. You know, I'm just the radiator. I'm doing a radiator flush on it, checking all the fluids and everything. Um, and so, I mean, there's a lot of things that have been going on. We started stripping the wood in the bathroom upstairs, but you can see that. Remember, I had to do that in the kitchen, that awesome kitchen that I built. I love that kitchen. So we're doing the same process there in the bathroom, so all that needs to be stripped, which takes some time to do. But downstairs, I'm not going to do that. I'm not stripping it all down to wood. I'm going to sand the shit out of it, though, and because it's got some pretty good layers of paint on it. But I am going to take the windows apart, re-glaze them, and put new sash cords. Probably run, 220 for new air conditions, because it's only got 110 units up in there. We don't have central air and central heat in this house. So have air conditioned units that run heat and get rid of all the gas heaters and stuff. Hopefully I can get $1,300 a month for that apartment. I'm not sure. She's saying that I can. I kind of think it's ridiculous myself, but I don't know, But around here, I mean, I live in an area that's, prime time, people tell me. I've been living here all my life, but it's right across the street from a park. It's right smack in the middle of the city. It's right down by, it's got all the things going on, the bars and the stores and, all the great streets and stuff like that. Mardi Gras, St. Patrick's Day. So, prime location. My brother keeps on telling me to sell it, but I'm not going to sell it. I want to hold on to it. It's my mom's legacy, and I would hate to lose it. So, only can do what I can do, and I just keep on trying. I watched Wild Eyed Northern Boy's video today, and I love it when he just says, just got to keep on pushing, just push through, And some days it's hard to do that. It is, because if you look at I don't have a list anymore. I have books, just books of shit for me to do. And I'm a one-man crew here, fellas. So it gets a little demoralizing sometimes. But I'm still come out here every day, and I still work, still try to get things done. There's a lot of projects that are started and not completed, which really kills me. And I hate when things ain't organized and straight, so that kills me too. So, but I got to do what I got to do to do the things that I want to do, and some things got to be pushed to the side, and so be it. Just got to be pushed to the side, But I just wanted to make a video. I mean, I had some people, send me messages. They wanted to be sure I was okay. I'm fine. I'm tired, but I'm fine. I've been out here in this heat every day. I work out here. It's probably 10:30 at night now. So my day starts around 10:30 during the day, and I put in a good 10-12 hours. But when the guy leaves, it's going to get better, because I'll be able to do a lot of work up in the apartment downstairs, and it's got air conditioning and everything in there, so it'll be a lot cooler. So, I can do things at night and it won't be so bad. I'll put on some music, some rock and roll, some good old 70s classics, and just sing my little heart out, I guess you can say. But I wanted to, to make a video, give y'all an update of what's been going on. I probably missed some stuff. I know there's like I put this up right here for the sun. Fasten them down to the ground. To do some painting, I came up with the idea of, and I even bought this. I haven't put it down, but I'm waiting for the wall to be built. I need to move this thing every now and then outside. It's a pain in the ass trying to get it over the thing. So I bought a trailer winch. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fasten it to the ground. And then I'm going to hook it up. So I can push this thing out. I can hook it up, and then I can bring it back in. So it's out of the weather, but I can actually get a bay back, you know, when I'm, you know, working and stuff like that. Want to paint something with the new setup with the paint guns and stuff like that, because I got some things I need to paint. So, and that's how I'm going to learn how to paint, is practice on my own stuff and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm always trying to think of things to try to make my life a little bit easier. It does create a little bit more work, but, you know, like an oil cooler right here, but that's somewhere down the line. But I've been looking at that. But I think just having the lines 50 feet, which they said is optimal, is 25 feet is minimum, but 50 feet is optimal, that you can get the best thing. And this is what I'm going to use. Hold on. This is the system I'm going to use right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Open up. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. That's the system I'm going to use. It's the shop air piping layout diagram. That's the one I'm going to use. He gave me two of them. Real cool guy. Auto Industrial. Use Autobahn paint. That's the same paint that you would actually get the clear, the wet clear, which that's actually the clear that the guy uses. It calls it wet, and just puts a sticker on it, you know. So, but it's really Autobahn, you know. It's their top of the line clear that they use. But I don't want to keep on rambling. I want this thing to be, you know, 20 minutes long, which it might be already. I don't know. But y'all have a good day. I think I told y'all about the cat. Let me go see if this thing's cooled off so I can drain this, and then I can fill it back up and run it one more time and flush it out one more time. And it should be good to go, and I can fill it with some Prestone. But y'all have a good day, and I should be making some more and more videos when I get more and more updates. I'm sorry that I haven't made any videos since November, but truthfully, fellas, I really wasn't in a video making mood. You know, just got a lot going on. But you know, I got all y'all following me, the ones that did follow me or whatever, and it's not fair, you know, for y'all to wonder for me just dropping off the face of the earth, you know. So I want to apologize, and if you're still watching, I appreciate it, and I hope all y'all projects are going really good, and I hope y'all well. All right, fellas, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.